Have you ever looked at a cashew nut? That creamy, buttery crunch is a favorite snack worldwide. But where does it come from? The cashew story is an adventure across continents and cultures. It starts on a tropical tree and passes through fire, steam, and countless hands before reaching your snack bowl. This journey blends old traditions with new technology, connecting us to farmers and workers in places like Vietnam, India, and Cambodia. Most of us see only the final product, never the hard work behind it. The cashew is hidden inside a toxic shell, attached to a strange fruit. Getting it out is a real challenge. It takes knowledge passed down through families and communities working together. We'll follow the cashew from tree to factory to your store shelf. Along the way, we'll meet the people who dedicate their lives to this nut, and see the fire, steam, and careful hands that prepare it. By the end, you'll see more than a snack. You'll see a story of ingenuity, hard work, and nature's gifts. So let's dive in and discover the secret life of the cashew. The cashew tree's journey began in Brazil, but it found a new home in Asia, thanks to Portuguese explorers. Today, countries like India and Vietnam are top producers, and the tree is vital to their economies. The cashew tree, or Anacardium occidental, is a sprawling evergreen that can live and produce nuts for over 50 years. Farmers plant saplings and wait years for the first harvest, but the tree becomes a legacy for generations. The cashew apple, a colorful, juicy fruit, is eaten fresh or made into juice and jam locally, but the real prize is the single nut hanging beneath the apple, encased in a tough, toxic shell. Caring for these trees is a year-round job, pruning, protecting from pests, and nurturing the soil. The health of the tree directly affects the quality of the nuts. Farmers know their trees intimately, understanding when they need water, care, or harvesting. This relationship with nature is the foundation of the cashew's journey. When cashew apples ripen, harvest season begins, a time of daily work and community effort. Ripe apples fall to the ground, signaling the nut inside is ready. Families collect the fruit by hand, separating the nut from the apple with a quick twist. The apples are perishable and often sold or made into juice immediately. The main event is the raw cashew nut, gathered in baskets under the hot sun. Harvesting is tough, but it's also a social tradition connecting generations. The shell contains a caustic oil, so harvesters must be careful. Raw cashews are never sold in shell. The nuts must be heated to neutralize the toxic oil before they're safe to handle. The harvest is just the first step in taming this wild nut. After harvest, cashew nuts are too moist to store. They must be dried. Farmers spread them in thin layers under the sun, turning them often for even drying. This process takes days and requires constant attention. Experience tells farmers when the nuts are perfectly dry, by sound, weight, and feel. The goal is to reach the right moisture level for storage and processing. Once dried, the nuts are packed into large bags and sent to traders or factories. Sun drying transforms a perishable crop into a stable commodity, ready for the next stage. At the factory, the real transformation begins with roasting or steaming. This step neutralizes the toxic oil and makes the shell brittle. The extracted oil is valuable for industrial uses. Roasting must be precise. Too little and the shell is tough. Too much and the kernel is ruined. After cooling, the nuts are cracked open, often with machines and skilled hands. Workers carefully extract the kernels, aiming for whole, undamaged nuts. Despite machines, human skill is essential for quality. This blend of technology and labor turns hard shells into trays of beautiful cashew kernels. Even after shelling, cashews aren't ready to eat. They're covered in a bitter, papery skin. Kernels are gently dried again to loosen the skin and perfect their texture. Skilled workers peel the skin by hand or with air jets, aiming for flawless whole kernels. Any broken pieces are sorted for other uses. The goal is to produce as many perfect, creamy white cashews as possible. Even the discarded skins are used as animal feed. Here, the cashew transforms from a rough kernel to the familiar nut we love. Next comes grading and sorting, the cashew's beauty contest. Machines and human eyes sort nuts by size, color, and wholeness. The largest, whitest whole nuts fetch the highest prices. Advanced factories use cameras and air jets for precision sorting. Final inspection is always done by skilled workers, ensuring only the best make the cut. Cashews are divided into grades, whole, splits, pieces, each with its own market. Nothing is wasted, every part of the kernel finds a use. Grated cashews are now ready for their final transformation, flavoring and packaging. Some are gently roasted again for taste and crunch. Warm nuts are tumbled with seasonings, salt, chili, honey and more. Each company has its own secret recipes, turning simple nuts into gourmet snacks. Packaging is crucial. Vacuum-sealed bags keep cashews fresh for months. Sometimes bags are flushed with nitrogen to prevent spoilage. Finally, the nuts are boxed, loaded onto ships, and sent around the world. From small farms to global markets, the cashew's journey is almost complete. The cashew's journey connects continents, cultures, and millions of people. Asia leads the world in growing and processing, supporting rural economies and families. The industry provides jobs, education, and better lives for countless communities. As consumers, our choices matter. Supporting fair trade and ethical sourcing helps make the industry sustainable. Every bag of cashews is a vote for the people and places behind them. Next time you snack on a cashew, remember the journey. From tree to table, it's a story of skill, nature, and global connection. This humble nut is more than a snack. It's a bridge between worlds and a story worth savoring.